So, on this pleasant Sunday morning, just taking a short stroll down to the vegetable garden. The hay has been made, or haylage has been made on either side of our plot. And so the threat from foxes has largely receded. And we can probably let our ducks out a little longer during the day. Our tomatoes are coming on. Here we have some bulb fennel, Florence fennel, which we're particularly fond of. These are marigolds. We grow them as a companion plant along with basil, because the green fly don't like it, which means that our tomatoes stay in better shape. These are tomatillos. And various squash. And this is our garlic, which will be harvested soon. It's more or less dying back now, so we need to harvest it and eventually string it up. See, our tomatoes are coming on. We leave thistles on the plot where we can, and the reason for that is for birds. It was found that after the Second World War, when they started ploughing headlands in the UK, a lot of the goldfinches and various wild birds that depended on headlands not being ploughed, and lots of thistles, they live on thistledown and various other plants, and there was a sharp decline in their numbers after the Second World War because of the headlands being ploughed. So we tend to leave any wildflowers and thistles and stuff like that that might feed the birds. This is oca. It's a South American tuber crop, which is usually grown with potatoes, but here we have potatoes also. Our onions are coming along. This is a bit neglected as a bed. You can hear these red plants are orac, or mountain spinach, which I use in salads sometimes. And we have runner beans coming along. We actually dry the beans, the ones that we don't pick in time, and just let the beans swell, and they dry very well. You can also freeze them. We had a good feast of asparagus this year. These are globe artichokes, which are probably on their way over now. But when they go into flower, the flowers are very attractive. Sort of purple colour comes out the top. Here we have licorice, which I'll be moving in the autumn and splitting probably, and harvesting some licorice root. This is celeriac, onions, leeks, more onions, and here we have raspberries. Lots of oregano and lavender, English lavender. Our sweet corn went out rather late, so lots of beans and various cabbages and broccoli and what have you. More potatoes. These are this is comfrey. We grow a lot of. It's Bocking 14. It's a sterile comfrey. We use it as liquid feed, and very high in various nutrients that plants need. The yellow flower is actually a salsify. It's got a very pretty flower. Got soft fruit bushes over there. And the plants in tires are squash of various types. And right at the end here we have lots and lots of lavender, which we dry and use. All around the vegetable garden we have various plants, shrubs basically, to a lot of flowering shrubs in order to, well, it serves a double function. It protects the vegetable garden from high winds, and also, so it shelters it a bit, but it also invites insects into the garden. And the major thing in the hedge at the moment is the Rosa rugosa, the apple rose, which is makes the best rosehip syrup. Very high in vitamin C. But the bees, particularly bumblebees, absolutely love it. They are nuts for it. The only major problem I find with it is that it does send volunteers all over the place. It runs under the ground, which can be a pain. But as long as you keep on top of the grass cutting, it's not too bad. It's been very dry recently, which is why we have the water barrel. We had to do some watering recently. Here we have some peas, sugar snaps, I think. And this is Glaskin's Perpetual, very famous all year round rhubarb. These are new strawberry plants and could probably do with a lot more mulch. Some of the old plants that I put down the forest garden are doing much better in terms of fruit. These are peas. And in here we have Welsh onions, which are a perennial actually. They go right through the winter. And the flowering plant is for Verbena bonariensis, which butterflies absolutely love. And more Rosa rugosa. And this plant here is goldenrod, which does flower for a very short period, but it's a good source of nectar for bees as well.